Alright, so in this tutorial today I'm going to be showing you how to do smooth zooms within After Effects for things like YouTube videos, TikTok edits, etc. Maybe you've just come over from software like CapCut or DaVinci Resolve and you're not quite sure how to do zooms. This is a tutorial for you. So the first thing you want to do is make sure the clips are perfectly aligned with each other and that they're not overlapping and they're in order like so. Go ahead and go over to Effects and Presets, search for Transform. That'll be under Distort, and add that to your first clip. Unselect Use Compositions Shutter Angle, set the shutter angle to 360. Go ahead and keyframe the scale, set that to 125. Press U on your keyboard to bring up the keyframes. Bring the time indicator all the way along to the end of the first clip, and then set the scale value to 100. Then go ahead and select both your keyframes and press F9 to easy ease. Go ahead and open the graph editor. If your graph doesn't look like this, you can click the icon at the bottom that looks like a table and click Use Value Graph, or Edit Value Graph, sorry. Go ahead and change the graph until it looks something very similar to this. Doesn't have to be the exact same, just something very similar. Make sure you do this graph. This graph isn't optional. If you don't do it, your zooms they're not going to be very smooth. But go ahead and do the same for the second clip. Set the scale to 125, unselect Use Composition Shutter Angle, set it to 360, bring the time indicator to the end and set the scale to 100, and select the keyframes, press F9 to easy ease, go along the graph, select the graph and make it look something very similar. And then you're done, and your results should be something very similar to that. Alright, so now it's time for the smooth zoom ins. Do the same again with Transform, add it to your clip, set it to 360, unselect Use Composition Shutter Angle. Keyframe the scale at the start, keep at 100, drag it to the end of the clip, set it to 125. Then select both of the keyframes and press F9 to easy ease. Go along the graph editor and do the opposite graph to what we did on the zoom outs, and that should be something similar to what's shown on screen here. Go ahead and do the exact same thing in your second clip. Transform. Keyframe the scale at 100 at the start, and drag it to the end of your clip and set to 125. You can do 120 or maybe 130 if you like, it doesn't really matter. That's just my preference. Edit the graph and make it look something similar to what's on screen. And then the result should be something like this.